Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft2 Legacy of the Void. It's going to be a very special PvT between SpeCial and Stats here on Lost and Found, the latter edition from Blizzcon 2018. Bottom left-hand corner, it's the red Protoss player from Korea, and Splice. It's going to be Stats. And in the top right-hand corner from Predator Esports, it's going to be the Mexican Terran player who's wearing blue. It is SpeCial. Man, SpeCial has super improved his game since I've started casting StarCraft2, you guys. I remember back in the day, I did cast a show match between him and, I want to say, Bunny. It was the Terran player Bunny who was from like Finland or Sweden or something like that. And it was a pretty good time. He went by Major at the time, did SpeCial. He switched his name since then. And with the name switch has really come just an incredible amount of StarCraft2 ability. He's worked very hard to get to this level. He's made it to Blizzcon a bunch of times, and as a result, he just keeps playing against better players in the world, like Stats here, and we'll see how this goes for him. Another reason I'm casting this is because one of my Discord members and a moderator for me, Omicron Dono, requested specifically that I cast this. It was one of his favorite games from BlizzCon, wanted to see my spin on it, and I said, absolutely, let's do that thing. I do like everybody in my Discord, even Weeb, and even Josh from time to time. So come hang out. Come hang out in the Discord server with us. We post links to StarCraft things, talk about Brood War, talk about memes, because there's a lot of younger kids in there too, and just generally is a very, very good time. So hang out. There's a link in the description to that Discord. Cybernetics Core coming up for Stats. He's got his expansion going down. His pylon is here to prevent Reaper hop-ups, or at least make it visible when the Reaper does hop up, if in fact there is one coming. And there is. There's a Reaper on the way. The probe checking to see... Ooh, the probe being very sneaky down here. Does he want to... No, you can't get a pylon up here. There's no way. Look at this, though. Look at him hiding. I think he's going to wait for the Reaper to move out, and then he's going to try to sneak in and delay. Oh, he is. Wow, what a play from Stats. That was insane. Now the Reaper has to come back and save his SCV. Can he do it? Yeah, he does. The SCV survives with 5 full hit points, and the Reaper moves out. It's delayed, but it saved the construction of the natural, and that's all that really matters. Adept pushing out here, going to try to meet the Reaper in a position where the Reaper's not quite ready for it. Get a couple shots off. Look at this. Look at this. 1, 2. Yep, there's the second shot, making him very low on HP, down to 16 HP. One more shot will kill him. And now he has to wait even further to get in here. Stats is just a master at this kind of a thing, you guys. Oh, and then the Stalker comes over too. The Reaper can't even get a scout off. That is how good Stats is doing at shutting this thing down. He can't even get a scout off. The Adept shows up just as the command center finishes. But, I don't know. Maybe kill that SCV. There it is, finishing off the SCV. Maybe he's going to kill that Marine. The Marine is too smart to stick around there, and the Adept is forced to settle for trying to kill these supply depots. But it's proxy starport down here for SpeCial. Probably going to be Banshee. SpeCial has really, really loved his Banshee in the games I've cast of his recently. He's got really good control with them. Banshee's made a bit of a comeback. They were really popular in Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm too, but maybe not as recently in Legacy of the Void, but again, they're making a comeback. I like it. I like to see some Banshee play for sure. They're flimsy, they're fast, they can cloak. Did that Reaper? Reaper came in, man, threw down a KD8 charge and got the heck on out of there because there was a Stalker defending, but Stalker Adept getting so... Oh, why would you make an SCV out there? What are you doing? SpeCial, bit of a brain fart there. Reaper hopping into the main base. He's still alive, mind you, and that's what really matters here, is that the Reaper lives. Because combat drugs makes it so they can heal up very, very quickly. He's trying to get a probe. A Stalker shows up from the natural base. Actually blocks off constructing that robotics facility temporarily here. Nice KD8 charge there again. Reaper has no kills, but finally gets the scout that he was intended to get a couple of minutes ago. So he does notice the robotic facility coming down. He sees the Twilight Council opening. It is going to be Blink here. Blink Stalker, pretty good in this situation. Really in all situations. I mean, Blink in the hands of a master is going to be pretty fantastic. And there is your Cloak, and there is your Banshee. Definitely going to be some Cloak Banshee pressure from the Terran player. Bunker at the front. We have Cyclones. We have Hellions. We have Marines. It is kind of Maru style here, where there's just a little bit of everything. It's a hodgepodge. It's a potpourri. A little bit of bio, a little bit of mech here, but he's got to choose. I mean, at this point, he's going to go for a lot of tanks. Is generally how you want to do against Terran as the third base comes down for Stats at the 4-minute mark. This is sub 5 minutes, you guys. It's insane. Is our first Banshee out yet? Banshees take forever to build, you guys. Yeah, Banshee's not out yet. Cloak's still happening. Hellion poking the front. Stalker's holding that quite nicely. Stalker's shielding off the Adept. See this? Shielding it off. They're hanging out, being friends. That's a nice, like, class picture right there. Everybody kind of looking at the camera a little bit. This guy's kind of off, and this guy's kind of too... Oh, he stood up a little bit taller. Nice. Very nicely done. All right, where is our Banshee? Here is our Banshee. We've been waiting for this for a couple minutes now. Tanks and Marines in production back home for special, getting Zealot charge. His stats, according to that production tab, he's waiting for Cloaking Field to finish. It's 10 seconds away. It feels like an eternity when you're in game like this, but it's actually not. So, gonna sneak on in here. This pylon will give early warning. There's an observer here too, and there's stalkers. This is not going to happen. This is not going to happen for special. The Banshee can't even get in there. I mean, there's detection, there's stalkers. That is exactly what you need to shut that thing down. Hellion coming in, does see the third base, gets some fire on that shield. Right through the shields. Does not do hardly any damage, and then gets exploded by stalkers, which is bad news. The Banshee's at the natural base now, though, and trying to pick off some workers, but the Blink Stalker is such a great answer. 3 probes go down for that Banshee. I'm not sure that was worth it. Special, I think, is pretty much done with the Banshee production after this one, but he's going to try one more time here, but guess what? There's stalkers, and there's an observer here, too. So, not... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. The Banshee says, yeah, nope. Maybe I can kill this pylon if stats will allow me to. But nah, Banshee pilot out. Here comes a nice little Marine tank Cyclone push here. And is he just going to abandon this third? Stats is like, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Where did this come from? This is Special's ability to macro, guys. He can show up with huge armies when you're not ready for it. These Stalkers trying to take down the tanks, but taking so much Marine fire in the process here. The Marines aren't even really bothering. Oh, they get the Nexus. They weren't bothering to stim there. They don't even have stim. That's why it was earlier. Oh, free Immortal, though. That's not good for stats. He can't lose that Immortal. He lost the Immortal. He lost it. Oh, Shield Battery. No, I called it too early. Oh, Shield Battery in the mineral line saving the day. Immortal's got 8 kills. He can't die now. He is immortal. All right. Well, it did knock down the third base, which is a pretty good deal. That's why it was earlier than stats anticipated, because stim wasn't even done. No stim, no combat shield, no +1 attack either. He figured that attack would come a lot later than it did, but no. He was not ready, lost his third base. The thing is, Special doesn't exactly have a third base of his own right now, although he is building one. Nope, that's a starport. What the what, man? Are you seriously not going for a third base here? Whoa, easy. Easy there, camera for Special. Yeah. Should we do that for a second? Let's look at what stats is looking at. Base, home, stalkers. He's looking for that starport while macroing around all over the place like a crazy person. I mean, this is what you do with 400 APM, is this. You never hold still. At all. He's like, yeah, I don't need to watch these guys take down the tech lab every step of the way. They know what they're doing. And I was going to go look for the starport at the same time. I mean, these little first-person views are kind of fun. It's hard to follow for a long time if you want to watch how a whole game is going. Like, we have no idea what Special's doing right now, obviously. So we're going to switch on out, but pretty good stuff. All right, so Warp Prism here. It's got charge lots in it. They do happen to have +1/+1, which makes them extremely scary at this stage of the game. And they're going to try to get here inside the main base. There are Marines and there are missile turrets present. It's a pretty good shutdown, as this Banshee had like a kill. Body falls into the ravine. Yeah. Missile turret, pretty scary stuff for a Warp Prism. Decides not to try to get in there at all. No speed for the Warp Prism. Maybe with speed it could slip past and get in here and get some stuff done, but slow or regular speed Warp Prism's not quite as capable. All right, Stalker, Sentry, Immortal, Zealot, ready to go here from stats. Going to push at the front, and we have a lot of Marines and a tank, a single tank. This is looking really scary for stats, actually. Stats is going to push down this ramp. Maybe not a great position because of the concave potential at the top there. It doesn't have any splash damage at all. This is a lot of Zealots, though. Zealots that are really hard for Marines to kill. There are some Widowmines burrowing. I like the Widowmines burrowing in just at the last second here. And there we go. Widowmine firing, getting picked off here. Zealots at the front, Marines, Marauders trying to kite back and back and back. Immortal at the back doing a lot of damage to the Marauders, especially here. This is not going well at all, but suddenly the Zealots are gone. Suddenly the Stalkers are taking the direct damage here. SCV's getting killed by the 11 right about now. Another Warping of Zealots here. Trying to hold his own is Special. Marines coming down to the top side, trying to help with this thing, picking up the Immortal so they don't die inside the Warp Prism. But that Immortal is not going to get saved. The Warp Prism could not risk it at all. And these two amazing Stalkers should be able to blink out of here eventually. Where's your blink at? There's your blink. He's going to kill an SCV and then blink out because that's how stats rolls. So yeah, 15 SCVs went down, but the third base survives for special, which is a huge deal. 65 to 57 workers, though. Stats has a lead, but holding that attack was not easy. Not easy to do when somebody as good as stats is knocking on your front door with a ton of +1/+1 zealots, stalkers, immortals. No splash damage, though, which at some point I think you want splash damage, although we have seen Protoss take down Terran without it recently. It's impressive when it happens, but not exactly consistently the meta. That Widowmine does get picked off. Nice control by stats, making sure he has just enough APM, just enough range to take that sucker down. Widowmine firing. Oop, dodged, but hit the Zealots. So, I mean, the Zealots are like, thanks, man. Thanks for letting us absorb that shot. That's what we wanted to see. What is up here? Attempted Widowmine drop. Trying to do stuff? What did you take damage from? Oh, these stalkers. These stalkers that are kind of camouflaged, actually, in that all this pink. I wonder that's why that's why it took damage, because it couldn't quite see it because of the camo situation here. All right, so there's a drop sneaking around this bottom side. This probe is just by pure random happenstance trying to expand here, and therefore we'll see this. And that means reaction time from stats is warping in a couple stalkers here. That actually might not be enough. Engagement at the front, chasing this Terran army. Widowmine's on top of the Zealots. Wow. And once the Zealots are gone, this Immortal Stalker army not quite able to do what it wants to do. Zealots, oop, warping in to deal with this drop. And yep, that was enough to take that Stucker down. Did any probes die in that at all? I don't really know. But 14 workers have been killed by Special so far in this game. 58 to 64 workers in favor of stats. I'm really liking what Special is doing here. The Widowmines are getting decent connections on the Zealots, allowing for the buffer to be removed. And then once that happens, all that's left are Stalkers and Immortals. And Marine Marauder does so well against that particular composition. He needs to hold still long enough to where the Widowmines, the Medivacs, can actually heal these guys up. Picking Observer out of the sky there, and they are sitting on +2/+1, working on +1 infantry. There it is, kicking in. Thank you, WCS Game Hearts. Zealot drop. Hey, Zealot drop at the third base. Goodbye, tank. And then a pickup and a boost into the main base while the army is a little bit too slow to respond there. This is amazing stuff. Unloading inside the main base. Gonna try to take down that warp prism. The Zealots are trying to get home. There's the recall. They kill a couple Marines, or this guy does in the process. Another attack at the front here. Liberators, part of the game now. Meanwhile, Zealot at the third base. 10 SCVs have been killed so far. Are you kidding me? What incredible harassment thus far from stats. He's going to kill this Marine, too. This guy has 6 kills all by his lonesome. I think he got left alone. I think the Warp Prism boosted in. Everybody's attention went into the main base. And that Zealot went to town on the SCVs. Really, really great stuff. Fourth base done for both players. Happily mining from those. Looks like Stats wants to possibly kill it if he can. And here comes nothing. Upgrades on these ground units. 3 threes done for Stats already. Oh boy. Oh boy. Blinking right on in here. I don't know about that blink. There's a lot of Liberators. This is just a chaotic battle for sure. Liberators getting shots off of what they can. Immortals at the back doing terrible, terrible damage as well. Marines and Marauders just stimming and killing whatever happens to come in their vision. All of those Liberators died, but still fighting right now are the Marines and the Marauders. Even with limited medevac support, even with no Liberator support, the Planetary Fortress finally finishes, and he does manage to save his base with the 11 SCVs going down. This guy, there's another Zealot back here. Where did you come from? See how many shots it takes to kill a Zealot. It's insane. They are so tanky with that 3 armor. Working on shield armor level 1. Just because he can at this point is stats. His 4 bases are running quite nicely. Ever since losing that third, he's been kind of like a well-oiled machine in all reality here. All right, so Marauders on the ground. They do have the +2/+2. They're working on +3 attack right about now. And I don't know. I don't know about this if I'm Special. It's not looking good for him is all I'm going to say. Robotics Bay coming in, so possibly Colossus, possibly Disruptor. Really going to have that splash damage required to take down a 3-3 Terran army. I mean, that 2-2 army did a good job holding here. Not incredible. I mean, lost a ton of SCVs. We are at a total of 35 workers killed. Wait, what now? More Zealots? Where do these guys keep coming from? And what is this happening? Attempted drop by Special 2. So, whoosh. Both players doing terrible, terrible things to each other's economies right now, which is, I guess, is kind of the point of StarCraft 2. You take down the economy, you can win the game, generally, is how that works. But don't sack your army to kill your opponent's base, because if they still have an army, they will win at that point. That is actually, I can't believe that wasn't spotted by SpeCial there. That was amazing stuff. I mean, just hiding in the corner. I bet SpeCial watched this back again and said, oh. Could have done some stuff there, but instead, nope. Zealot is going to walk into his third base again and cause some problems. There is another Widow Mine drop attempted. Zealot, again, just being active out on the map. Stats manages to see that thing. And a Liberator heading on the other side here, too. SpeCial is very good at the multi-prong type stuff. And, okay, so Widow Mine 1 burrows down, and decent hits there. 4 probes go down, not incredible numbers. Liberator sets up, going after the probes here at this 5th base, too. This is some pretty good stuff out of SpeCial. He might just be able to make this thing happen. Zealots, Zealots have been revealed at the potential 5th base location for the Terran player SpeCial. And missile turrets immediately going up there. 3 more SCVs die. 43 Orkers killed by Stats and 36 killed by SpeCial. It's just been a bloodbath on both sides. Observer placement, fantastic. Again, every drop that is attempted here by SpeCial, Stats sees it coming and is like, no. Nope. Almost a full medevac dies there. These guys are all going to die. They're just getting chased. Medevac just trying to survive, and that's about it at this stage. But reinforcing units coming on in, actually catching them out of position. Coming into the planetary fortress, though, is Stats. That PF is gonna die. There's nothing to save it. Disruptors on the ground from Stats here, too. Stats is gonna push in with his Disruptors, with his Zealots, with his Stalkers. Liberator, no. Absolutely not. Are we base racing it at this point? Purification Nova is getting some decent hits off there. There are Disruptors back home, and at the front here, decent hit. Marines, Marauders fighting against the Zealots, trying to kill these Stalkers here too. The 3rd base of Stats is going to die. The natural base is a ghost town right now for SpeCial. Nice dodge. Oh, Widow Mines took the hits though. These Widow Mines trying to burrow in before. Nope. No burrow for you at all. 3rd base. There's action all over the map right now. 163 to 131 supply. Stats has a lead, but the Marines and Marauders just have such use right now, such value. However, Dark Templar are in here, taking down the Marauders. Still, Marine Marauder, they take down the 4th base of Stats. They're going to move on to the 5th base of Stats 2. Once again, DT's here, but the scan a lot faster this time. Dark Templar getting focused down. Nice kites on them. DT's down. Zealot's down here too. Nicely done, recognizing exactly what he has to do to win that thing. Taking in that base at the bottom side. The 5th base of SpeCial is now gone. We have a Zealot inside the main base trying to do what he can. He ends up getting rocked there though. And oh, that's your good game. Whoa, SpeCial tapped out. What? Okay, it's 122 to 38 supply. Fair enough, I guess. Hold on, let's go back and take stock. Let's see where we are. I mean, what happened? Okay, all these SCVs get wiped out. Fair enough. Oh, and it's the recall. It's the recall that does it. Yeah. So he gets the base, but he recognizes there's a huge army on top of his. He's down by, I mean, that's 4 times bigger than his army is right now. 30 to 82. And he tapped right out. So yeah, incredible PvT action. Thank you for requesting it, Omicron Dono. I really appreciate that. That was a lot of fun to cast. I hope you enjoyed it too. But yeah, great match. 31,000 resources lost for SpeCial to 27.9 for Stats there. So both players taking their licks for sure. SpeCial going for the base race. Bam, bam, bam. 3 bases down, but just too much Protoss there. There were 6 Marines and 5 Marauders and 4 Medevacs and 3 Widow Mines there to end the game. He was out. He was being revealed. He had no more command centers remaining. Is that true? Yep, no more command centers remaining at all. He saw the writing on the wall. He said, let's come back in game 2 and make something happen. So great job by SpeCial, but Stats, just such a scary player. All right. Well, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void for your Thursday. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.